Hello everyone, welcome back to the online learning session of the subject Global Competencies and Personality Development. In the previous session, we have seen the course structure, the evaluation parameter, and the content of all the four units which is a part of this subject. Today, we will start with the unit number 1, that is understanding personality and its determinants. So in this unit, the contents are define personality and different types of personalities, factors of association, that is 5-factor model, personality traits or the determinants, that is the traits required to be successful at global level, developing positive personality, importance of empathy and emotional intelligence, ethics and values, that is national and international protocols for individuals as well as business, and the last point, that is building emotional stability. So we'll start with point number 1, that is personality and different types of personalities. So what exactly a personality? Personality is the fundamental and foremost determinant of individual behavior. It seeks to integrate the physiological and psychological facets of an individual to put them into action. Personality consists of an individual's characteristics and distinctive ways of behavior. So the meaning of personality is, the word personality is derived from a Greek word persona, which means to speak through. Personality is the combination of characteristics or qualities that performs or forms a person's unique identity. It signifies the role which a person plays in public. Every individual has a unique personal and major determinant of his behavior that defines his or her personality. The sum total of ways in which an individual reacts and interacts with others, a relatively stable set of characteristics that influences an individual's, is the personality. So we'll see the definitions which are given by the various authors. As every individual define personality in different way, which includes trait, factors and physical appearance. So the author Gluck has defined personality is a pattern of stable states and characteristics of a person that influences his or her behavior towards goal achievement. Each person has unique ways of protecting these states. Then the second author, Gordon Allport, has defined the term personality, the dynamic organization within the individual of those psychophysical systems that determines his unique adjustment to his environment. Now, as you are clear with the definitions of the term personality, we'll see different types of personality. So there are three types of personality: personality A type, personality B type, and a proactive personality. So what is a type A personality? Type A personality are always moving, walking, and eating rapidly. It feel impatient with the rate at which most events take place. It strives to think or to do two or more things at once. It the people, those who are having a type A category, cannot cope with leisure time, and type A personality individuals are obsessed with numbers, measuring their success in terms of how many or how much of the everything they acquire. Then there is second type of personality, that is type B personality. These type of individuals never suffer from a sense of time, then urgency with the its accompanying impatience. Then type B personality people feel no need to display or discuss either their achievements or accomplishments. Then type B individuals play for fun and relaxation rather than to exhibit their superiority at any cost. And this type of people can relax without guilt. Then there is third type of personality, that is proactive personality. This type of people identifies opportunities, show initiatives, takes action, and perseveres until meaningful change occurs. Then this type of people, those are having the personality proactive, they create positive change in the environment regardless or even in spite of constraint or obstacles. Now we'll see the next point, that is factors of association, that is five factor model of personality. So what exactly? So in psychology, the five factor model of personality have been significantly discovered and accepted by the researchers. This model describes five broad dimensions of personality that define human personality at the highest level of organization. It is according to the Goldberg 1993. So the five factor model of personality, in short it is called as FFM, often referred to as a big five model. It is an empirically derived approach that organizes the structure of the personality into five broad factors. So the models to measure personality, it is called as the big five personality model. So what exactly personality? It refers to the individual differences in characteristics, pattern of thinking, feeling and behaving. The sum total of ways in which an individual reacts to and interact with others. The big five personality dimensions provide a very broad overview of someone's personality. Personality psychologists are interested in what differentiates one person from another and why we behave the way that we do. So we'll see the history of BFM, that is Big Five model. So the Big Five model was originally derived in 1970, asking thousands of people hundreds of questions and then analyzing the data. In scientific circles, the Big Five is now the most widely used and accepted. Using Big Five model to study the personality in terms of how it changes over time and how it relates to other variables. Now, what are the Big Five personality model contains? So as the name itself says that it is a Big Five personality model. So there are five factors which are very important of a personality. The first is openness, that is the intellect. The second is consciousness, that is dependability. The third is extraversion, that is surgency. The fourth is agreeableness, and the fifth one is the neuroticism, that is emotional stability. So each factor consists of a cluster of more specific traits that correlate together. For example, extraversion includes such related qualities as sociability, excitement, seeking, impulsiveness, and positive emotions. So what exactly extraversion means? To have energy, positive emotions, and the tendency to be sociable. Then what exactly agreeableness? It means that the tendency to be compassionate, trusting and cooperative rather than suspicious and antagonistic towards others. Then the third, that is neuroticism, which means that a tendency to experience unpleasant emotions easily, such as anger, anxiety, depression or vulnerability. So now we'll see the first point, that is openness. Openness to experience. So it is one of the big five personality factors, which means being creative and open to new ideas. This factor indicate how open mind a person is. They have creative thinking and have flexible attitude. Openness means the tendency to be informed, creative, insightful, curious, and having a variety of experience. The characteristics of openness are they are high in openness, and when these peoples are high in openness, they are having unusual ideas and arts. They are imaginative, creative, curious, daring, and they are taking the risk, open to new and different ideas, and they are having flexible attitude. When they are lower in openness, which means that they are conventional, they enjoying having routines, less creative or less curious, no flexibility or down to earth. There are sub traits of the openness. So those are imagination, artistic interest, emotionality, intellect, liberalism, and adventurousness. Then the second type of this model is consciousness. So what exactly consciousness? Consciousness means tendency to show self-discipline, act dutifully, and aim for achievement. It means planned rather than spontaneous behavior. So consciousness is used to describe the degree to which person is organized, how disciplined he or she is, and can also describe how careful a person is in certain situation. Then the characteristics of consciousness. So when the people are having high in consciousness, they are hardworking, deliberated, they are doing the work neat and systematic, they are perfect in their work, and they are highly dependent. When they are low level of consciousness, which means that they are having less goal oriented or antisocial, they are having criminal behavior and not very defendable, that is they are not dependent on others. So the subtraits of consciousness, that is self efficacy, orderliness, dutifulness, achievement striving, self discipline, and cautiousness. Then the third factor of the model is agreeableness. That is the yes. Anything you need, I totally agree with you. So a personality dimensions that describes the individual's propensity. Someone with good agreeableness factor is good natured, cooperative, and trusting. So have an optimistic view of human nature. Get along well with others, difficulty delivering bad news, can't give criticism, can't stand up for themselves to others. Then the characteristics of agreeableness. So these are persons those are having high agreeableness. They can have warm and helpful. They can be friendly, put aside their own interests. They are cooperative and generous and control their negative emotions. When persons having low agreeableness, they have suspicious, unfriendly, self-centered, uncooperative, and manipulate their social relations. Now the subtraits of the agreeableness, that is trust, straightforwardness, altruism, compliances, modesty, tender mindedness. Then the next factor of the big five model is extraversion. So what exactly extraversion? It is defined as a behavior where someone enjoys being around people more than being alone. So they are uh, friendly in nature and they can be always with their friends. So an example of extraversion is when someone always likes to be around people and enjoy being the center of attentions. The characteristics when the people those are having high extraversion, They can highly involved in social situations. They are talkative in nature. They are assertive. They are active in discussions and energetic peoples. Then when people are low in extraversion, they are feeling less involved in social situations. They are quiet. Then they are more feeling reserved. They are shy and they are silent in nature. So the subtraits of the extraversion, that is friendliness, then the gregariousness, then the assertiveness, activity level, excitement seekings, and cheerfulness. Then the next factor of the Big Five model is neuroticism. So what exactly it means? So neuroticism is the tendency to experience negative emotions such as anger, anxiety, or depression. So it is sometimes called as emotional instability. And the characteristics of neuroticism is people when they are having high neuroticism, they are having anxiety, self-consciousness, they are in depression, they are impulsiveness in nature, and they are angry hostility. When people are having a low in neuroticism, then they are calm, they are even tempered, they are hardy, they are unemotional. Then the subtraits of neuroticism. Now we'll see the subtraits of neuroticism. So the subtraits are anxiety, anger, depression, self-consciousness, immoderation, and vulnerability. So now as we have been covered with all the big five factor models traits, so by using those we can understand the individual's personality. Now what exactly the development to this? So on average level of agreeableness or consciousness typically increase extraversion, neuroticism, and openness, which tends to be decreased. So the criticisms to this model are it is having a limited scope. There are methodological issues. There is theoretical status, cultural influences, and the responses. So today we'll stop here, and in the next session we'll see the remaining content. Thank you.